Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Triple H is the current WWE's Chief Content Officer. Under his leadership, the Stamford-based promotion is now gearing up for Survivor Series War Games 2024. Amidst this, Montez Ford recently went public with his frustration over his booking in WWE. The Street Profits member expressed disappointment that his team hasn't won the tag team titles in the past 4 years, while newer teams have risen and claimed championships. Ford also noted that fans seem to forget about the Street Profits, only remembering them as a team frequently beaten down by the Bloodline. Commonly, WWE stars refrain from criticizing their booking, which is why Montez Ford could face consequences for speaking out. In this instance, Triple H might even consider taking him immediately off television as a potential form of discipline. However, this punishment is not likely to unfold, given that the company's approach has shifted significantly since the game took over as Chief Content Officer. Under Vince McMahon's regime, superstars were sometimes punished for minor reasons, but with Triple H, the environment has become less punitive. Instead, Ford's comments might prompt Triple H to reconsider the Profits booking, as he is known to take note when wrestlers voice concerns about their storyline direction. Thus, Ford's decision to speak up could lead to either positive or negative consequences. Only time will tell how WWE will handle the situation and whether the company will make changes to Montez Ford's booking as a result. How can Triple H improve the booking pattern for the Street Profits? The last time Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins competed on Friday Night SmackDown was October 25, 2024, when they defeated Pretty Deadly in a tag team match. The former tag team champions were absent from the Crown Jewel Premium Live event, but Triple H could improve their booking by giving them more victories similar to their last match. Securing wins against other tag teams would help Montez and Angelo build momentum and reestablish themselves as a dominant tag team. This could potentially lead to a title shot against Motor City Machine Guns for the WWE Tag Team titles. Alternatively, the game could consider moving the Street Profits to NXT or Monday Night Raw. Sending them to the developmental brand could allow WWE to reintroduce them as a stronger team before bringing them back to the main roster. If the CCO chooses to move them to Raw, it could be done via a trade, giving the Street Profits a fresh start with new feuds and even a potential title shot for the World Tag Team titles. Triple H, the WWE Chief Content Officer, had always held a firm stance on maintaining discipline and professionalism within the company. Over the years, he handled various controversies and superstar outbursts with a deft hand. However, this particular instance was different. The frustration of a beloved WWE superstar had spilled out into the public, sparking a wave of speculation, and Triple H was left with no choice but to intervene. The incident: the superstar in question, let's call him Alex Storm, was a high-flying, crowd-pleasing performer who had captured fans' hearts with his fearless wrestling style. Recently, though, he had faced a string of creative decisions that seemed to sideline his potential. Storylines grew stagnant, and his role in weekly matches had diminished, barely giving him room to shine. For someone who had trained tirelessly to reach the top, the frustration had become unbearable. One night, during a live Q&A on social media, a fan asked Alex about his current WWE status. Clearly, the comment struck a nerve. He took a deep breath, then decided to speak candidly. "Honestly, I don't understand what's going on with my character," he admitted. "I feel like there's so much I could be doing, so many things I could bring to the table, but it's like they don't see it or they're just not interested." As soon as he uttered those words, his followers erupted with sympathy and outrage, quickly spreading his statement. Fans echoed Alex's sentiment, trending hashtags like #PushAlexStorm and #JusticeForAlex. His candid comments caught the attention of WWE higher-ups, including Triple H. As passionate as Triple H was about the business, he knew that allowing such statements to go unchecked could harm WWE's image and create a dangerous precedent. Triple H's response. The next morning, Triple H called an emergency meeting. "This isn't just a case of venting frustration," he began, pacing the room with a visible tension in his steps. "This is about maintaining control over our brand. When a superstar takes their grievances to the public, it reflects poorly on WWE and on all of us." A few of his team members argued that Alex was one of the fan favorites and letting him go could cause backlash. But Triple H was unwavering. "I'm not saying we're going to release him," he explained. "But Alex needs to understand that actions have consequences, and we can't have our superstars questioning creative decisions publicly. It sets a dangerous precedent." Triple H's mind was already running through potential punishments. He wasn't out to destroy Alex's career, but wanted to make it clear that WWE had a zero-tolerance policy for such behavior. The punishment, a temporary removal from TV. After much deliberation, Triple H reached his decision. WWE would take Alex Storm off television for the next few weeks. During this time, Alex would work with the creative team and explore new potential angles for his character. Triple H would also schedule a series of promotional engagements and fan events for Alex, keeping him visible to the public but away from the live-action spotlight until he better understood WWE's vision for him. Later that day, Triple H called Alex into his office. The superstar entered, his demeanor guarded. He knew that his comments had caused a stir, and he was prepared for the fallout. "Alex, I respect that you have your own perspective on your character," Triple H began, keeping his tone professional. "But by publicly voicing your frustration, you've crossed a line. There are proper channels to address these issues, and going to the fans isn't one of them." Alex took a deep breath, meeting Triple H's gaze. "I get it, Hunter. I've been waiting for a breakthrough, and it feels like I'm stuck. I love this company, but I don't want my career to go stagnant." Triple H softened slightly. He understood what Alex was going through. As a former wrestler, he had been in that position once or twice himself. But he couldn't afford to bend the rules. "I understand your frustration," he said. "That's why I'm not letting you go. But you're going off television for the next month. You'll still train, still work with creative, but I need you to focus on figuring out where we're going to take your character." The decision wasn't easy for Alex to accept, but he nodded, acknowledging Triple H's stance. The next morning, WWE issued a press release announcing that Alex Storm would be taking a creative hiatus to explore new angles for his character. Backlash from fans as expected, WWE's decision set off a firestorm. Fans took to social media, some condemning WWE for silencing Alex, while others supported the company's approach, arguing that Alex's comments were unprofessional. The divide among fans only made the situation more tense, with some even threatening to boycott WWE if Alex wasn't given the push he deserved. Inside the WWE headquarters, Triple H monitored the reactions, both anticipating and dreading the backlash. He knew that disciplining a fan favorite would stir emotions, but he remained resolute. His goal was to ensure WWE stars respected the company's values and handled disagreements internally. The path to redemption. During his month-long hiatus, Alex immersed himself in WWE's training center, collaborating with coaches, trainers, and writers. He had multiple meetings with Triple H and creative, who encouraged him to channel his frustration into his character. Together, they brainstormed ideas for a potential new storyline, something that would let Alex express the fire he had shown publicly. One idea they toyed with was a redemption arc, where Alex could confront the WWE management within the storyline, expressing his grievances in a controlled, scripted manner. By blurring the line between reality and fiction, they could transform Alex's real-life frustration into a storyline that would resonate with fans. Meanwhile, WWE slowly teased his return, dropping cryptic promos of Alex training harder than ever, with lines like, "Sometimes, the biggest battles are fought within." Each promo subtly addressed his recent absence and suggested that something bigger was coming. Alex's triumphant return finally. After a month of anticipation, Alex Storm was ready to make his return. Triple H orchestrated a dramatic comeback segment on Monday Night Raw, where Alex stormed into the ring, microphone in hand, ready to address the WWE Universe. He spoke candidly, blurring the lines between his real frustration and his character's emotions. "I've spent the past few weeks digging deep, asking myself why I got into this business," he said. "And I realized that sometimes the biggest obstacles aren't the guys you face in the ring, but the limits you place on yourself." The audience erupted in cheers, fully behind him. Triple H watched from backstage, impressed with how Alex had channeled his emotions into his character's growth. This was the Alex he had envisioned, a star who could turn his passion into power and use it to captivate the audience. Conclusion: in the end, Triple H's decision to take Alex off TV proved beneficial not only for WWE's image but for Alex's character. By working behind the scenes and rediscovering his drive, Alex had grown both as a wrestler and as a performer. He understood now that WWE was about more than personal frustrations. It was about teamwork, respect, and the bigger picture. The experience had humbled him, but it also made him stronger. And as Alex left the ring to thunderous applause that night, he knew he was finally back on track, ready to prove that he was more than just a frustrated superstar. He was a WWE powerhouse.